lyricist, to me, clearly probably had a full story and then said, all right, what can I take out and still keep the bones of this and make the people think? I don't know if that's what happened or not, but people who work with words like to use them a lot and like to use a lot of words. Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' Country. If you're new here, welcome aboard. We're a pretty friendly group around here, seriously knowledgeable. Many of the folks on the channel have been listening to country for decades longer than I have and know their stuff. So if you want to learn stuff, if you're new to country, read the comments and the folks will fill you in on so much of the backstory of the artist, the songs, and just country music generally. I do my best as well. But today I'm doing a gift request. Randy Travis's Spirit of a Boy, Wisdom of a Man. And I kind of can relate to that because I like, just Spirit of a Boy, just having fun. I mean, you got to be able to have fun your whole life, you know? You got to be able to laugh. Like, there's no age at which you grow up. People will tell you, oh, grow up. And that can be situation specific, but all that said, you want to acquire wisdom along life's path. Montauk Ed, who made the gift to the channel, has acquired a lot of wisdom along life's path. So when you read his comments and such, take them to heart. You can trust them. Montauk Ed made this watch. He made this watch by hand. It was like a kit, but he still made it like it was so good. And he made it with his own tools. And then he made this box here with all the inset and stuff. So anyway, I have to point that out once in a while because I'm just blown away at the talent and generosity of some people in this world. And Montauk Ed is right up there with the best of them. So thank you for this gift, Ed. All right, and I'm wearing my hat I'm wearing a hat, right? Yeah, Montauk. Yeah, if you're brand new to country and haven't heard Randy, you don't even need to take notes. Just listen because Randy's the real deal.
He was 16, tender and tough. She was too, and he'd do anything to prove his love. With so much riding on the choice at hand, the spirit of a boy or the wisdom of a man.
Or the wisdom.
Hearts caught fire.
Nice.
Love ran wild. She cried the day she called to say she was having his child. With so much riding on the choice at hand, the spirit of a boy or the wisdom of a man. There's a constant contradiction, what feels good and what feels right. You live with decisions that you make in your life. And what steers your direction is hard to understand. The spirit of a boy or the wisdom of a man.
What a way to couch that contradiction. I want to point out about the instrumentation here, this relatively long segment with no lyrics. To me, when songs do that, that is the space and the feel of what is going on inside the boy and girl's minds and heads right now. And it's meant for us to be like, okay, you could kind of feel what they are feeling with the lyrics that set us up earlier for the story that's happening in their life.
He he drives a diesel out of Dallas, hauling cars out to the coast. It ain't the dream that he remembered just a few short years ago.
They got a kid though.
But tonight at a truck stop, I'll drink in a cup. The waitress grins and winks at him and says my shift's almost up. With so much riding on the choice at hand, the spirit of a boy or the wisdom of a man. With so much riding on the choice at hand, the spirit of a boy or the wisdom of a man.
That's interesting. Oh. We did not find out directly if they had the baby, but they had the baby. The implication of the waitress saying, you know, basically, you can have me. Well, I get off at 9 or whatever time it is, and you can sleep with me if you want. So he has another decision to make, but it's a double-layer decision. Even if they didn't keep the baby, you know, the 16-year-old, even if they didn't keep the baby, he got her pregnant and they had to live with the decision of what happens when you sleep with somebody. So if he sleeps with the waitress, there's the risk he's going to get her pregnant, of course, and he wouldn't want that. But the clearer implication is he kept the baby. He's driving a truck, not his dream job, but he had to make a living. So you can read all that into this song. They had the baby. He's now out on the road driving from, I don't think he said the state, but he's driving, you know, long haul to the coast, delivering vehicles to the coast. So he's got nights on his own. Now he's got a decision. Is he going to cheat on her, you know, on his wife or his baby mama, as they say nowadays? And I love the way that story was told, because if you read into it, which I just did, rightly or wrongly, I just read into it, that's the fuller story. And decisions. And it's so, I must just say this straight up, it is so much more enjoyable when you're in a relationship and you are just so single-minded about, I'm going to speak from a man's perspective, when you are so focused on her that you don't look at porn, you don't think of other women, you don't dream of other women, you just, because when you're with her, when you're across the table from her, when you're holding hands or whatever, there are no distractions. And the intensity of enjoyment that you get when you're just with that one woman, no other things, no guilt, no nothing going on in there. If a woman comes up to you and you're a long-haul driver and you're in a diner or restaurant, cafe, whatever, and a woman comes up and says, you know, you can have me, well, that's not your fault. That's got nothing to do with you. That's on her. But the simplicity of it is, no thanks. No, one, that's unappealing, because if she's willing to sleep with me, who she's never met, she's at a diner or whatever, she's going to be doing it with others. Of course, you're flattered because, I mean, we guys think, oh, it's all about me. I'm good looking. She sees that. I'm all this, and that's why. But it's like, no, she's just not a moral woman. And that's unappealing, you know. To me, it is anyway. But, all right. Oh, Ed. You know, do you ever laugh when you see me doing these things, when I go off on what I'm saying, and then you know I'm going to realize I have to rate this, and then I realize it's you who made the gift to the channel for me to do this? Because every single time I'm off and running with songs you request. There weren't even many lyrics in this song, and yet I'm off and running. And you knew that. So I appreciate that about you too. Oh my goodness. man, did I like the way that story was told. And of course, Randy, I mean, as his voice is unmistakable, and it's just silk. It's a combination of silk and molasses. Like there's a depth and it's condensed. There's a density to it too. All right. Well, the number that popped into my head, and this shocks me, but it's a 9.5. But it's on the strength of the way that story was told. So few details, yet if you put a little thought into it, you could see what happened. The truth behind it. And then the songwriter, the lyricist, to me, clearly probably had a full story and then said, all right, what can I take out and still keep the bones of this and make the people think? I don't know if that's what happened or not, but people who work with words like to use them a lot and like to use a lot of words. The key in this is just brilliant, is to use as few words as possible and then keep the listener hanging in there, or tell the story. Told the story right there. We all have decisions to make. All right, guys, thanks for playing along. You thank Montauk Ed for that one. I sure do. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.